All right, Jasmine, thank you. Coming up, gunfire erupts in New Orleans. 10 people hurt early this morning. Reactions tonight from the city's mayor and police chief.
And it's off to prison in the morning for Our Lady of the Lake Foundation's former chief, where he'll be serving time. Good evening to you and welcome. I'm John Burns.
I'm Harrison Golden. Welcome in for a special post-game edition here of NBC Local 33 News. Well, we do start with that investigation resuming tonight in New Orleans, where a shooting overnight left multiple people hurt near the city's French Quarter.
Yeah, police say at least 10 people were injured in that early morning shooting. 2 of those people injured critically. Investigators tell us it all happened on Canal Street. So far, police have not made any arrests, though one person was detained for questioning. Detectives are now working to get surveillance video from the scene.
We had officers right there within that very block that actually thought that they were being fired upon and took a position to respond to this.
New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell released this statement earlier today concerning that Canal Street shooting, saying, quote, "When people resort to gun violence to resolve problems, it never creates solutions, only innocent victims and trauma." The shooting on Canal Street early this morning was an ugly disruption of an otherwise beautiful holiday weekend. We will do everything we can to wrap the victims and their families in our love and support and to bring the criminals responsible to justice. That's the end of quote. New Orleans police are meanwhile urging anyone with information on that shooting to call the Greater New Orleans Crime Stoppers. That number is 504-822-1111. They're offering up to $5,000 in reward for any information that leads to an arrest in this investigation.
Well, the man convicted of embezzling more than $500,000 from the Our Lady of the Lake Foundation reports to federal prison tomorrow. Former foundation head John Paul Funes will start his sentence inside a Terre Haute, Indiana prison. Now, back in October, you may recall, a judge assigned him to 33 months in prison. Investigators say he stole cards from cancer patients and put friends and family on charter flights meant for patients at Our Lady of the Lake. He has since repaid the foundation and apologized, though he will still owe a $50,000 fine upon release. Once Funes is out, he will spend another 2 years under court-ordered supervision.
Well, that return home for Thanksgiving travelers has prompted a pretty heavy helping of delays across our viewing area. If you've been outside at all today, then you've probably seen it if you were on the roads. This was the scene on I-10 at Perkins, heading toward the heart of Baton Rouge earlier this afternoon. As you can see, quite a few people traveling home before starting their back to work week tomorrow morning. And actually, it was pretty heavy traffic headed westbound, backed up to from the bridge all the way to Bluebonnet for several hours much earlier in the day. We're going to be keeping an eye on traffic as you get back to work. We'll have traffic alerts on air, online, and on our free BR Proud app for you.
Now, today, Louisiana Senator and Senate Judiciary Committee member John Kennedy appeared on NBC's Meet the Press here. Now, he discussed the potential Russian interference in the 2016 election. Moderator Chuck Todd asked the senator if Russia was duping D.C.
But the fact that Russia was so aggressive does not exclude the fact that President Poroshenko actively worked for Secretary Clinton. And what harm would it do to allow the President of the United States, who has a demonstrated record fighting foreign corruption, to introduce evidence?
Now, of course, a programming note here. You can watch Meet the Press with Chuck Todd every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. right here on NBC Local 33.
Well, today in Baton Rouge, Breck kicked off the Christmas month with its annual Creole Christmas and Holiday Fair. Check this out. The Magnolia Mound event featured seasonal decorations, and the historic Plantation House was alive with music. They had traditional holiday songs sung in French and Spanish by local school children. The Creole Christmas and Holiday Fair also featured period demonstrations and lots of crafts.
It's wonderful. It took a whole year before they paid attention to my idea because I felt that it was really important to have this wonderful historic house saved. It was built in the 1700s, and how many people have a chance to know anything about history that long ago?
Yeah, definitely a lot of tradition with this one. Today's event also included the traditional Cajun bonfire to welcome in the season and, of course, to light the way for Papa Noel.
'Tis that season. Now, a nonprofit here in the capital city is doing its part to help the less fortunate this season. The Men About Change organization hosted its inaugural Black Sunday drive and block party this afternoon over at Choices Salon Suites North. The group collected clothing items and food for the homeless.
I plan on letting this be the next biggest thing since like 100 black men, because for simple fact there is no specific racial preference in it. And it's for anything but any man who has made a change or want to make a change in life.
Men About Change hopes to provide an environment that, in their words, will help make young men productive citizens. All right, still to come here this Sunday night, cyber deals and steals. What the web has in store so you don't have to go to the store. That's when NBC Local 33 News Late Edition comes right back. Well, in consumer news tonight, a warning about cyber gangs and their so-called Grinch bots.
Yeah, they're on the prowl to steal your Cyber Monday deals. NBC's Jolene Kent now with what you need to know.
First came the Black Friday frenzy. Online, shoppers shelled out a record $7.4 billion. Now, the Cyber Monday rush already on track to break more records. 77% of consumers plan to shop tomorrow, expected to spend $9.4 billion. And forget the laptop, consumers are buying 50% more on their smartphones than last year. And retailers are attempting to woo customers by extending Cyber Monday into Cyber Week. Best Buy offering up to $250 off Lenovo laptops and Chromebooks. Hotel Tonight has 25% off a hotel booking. Apple advertising gift cards up to $200 now through Cyber Monday, depending on what you buy. And getting those packages into your hands fast has become more competitive than ever.
You can order on the app, and within 2 hours I can drive up and have my items waiting for me. So it gives the convenience of shopping online and the breadth of product, but at my leisure.
But for the very hottest items, you might be competing with a so-called Grinch bot to get it. According to cybersecurity company Radware, these computer programs are run by gangs of cyber criminals. They shop faster than you can, scooping up the biggest discounts, then selling them elsewhere at a higher price. Bots can outnumber human shoppers 20 to 1.
To protect yourself, experts recommend don't buy from third-party sites to avoid getting scammed. Make sure you're using a secure URL with HTTPS and check out with PayPal or another payment service. And check your credit card statement often for fraudulent activity.
And to get the best Cyber Monday deal, always shop around.
Never pay full price and never accept anything less than free shipping.
'Tis the season for shopping securely and saving. Jolene Kent, NBC News, Los Angeles.
Jolene, thank you. Now, they say timing is everything, and for millions of Americans trying to find their way home from Thanksgiving celebrations, that timing could not be worse. Wicked weather bringing treacherous travel across the country, and NBC's Chris Pallone says some conditions are proving deadly.
In the East, people used a picture-perfect day to prepare for something decidedly worse, the first major snow and ice storm to hit this season.
I looked at my shovel situation, and it's not good.
It's part of a slow-moving coast-to-coast storm system packing a 1-2 punch, which hampered Thanksgiving travel out west and promises to snarl the return home for millions across the country's eastern half.
Now rolling into Sunday, that snow and wintry mix all begin to push into the Northeast, those busy airports, that 95 corridor.
The system, which brought snow and flash floods to California on Thanksgiving, has turned deadly. In Arizona, rescuers have recovered the bodies of 2 children who disappeared when a runoff swollen creek swept the truck they were in off the road.
We don't quit. We're continuing, especially with the fact that it's cold weather, adverse conditions, and young children.
With Sunday shaping up to be one of the busiest travel days of the year, airlines like American and Delta are now waiving flight change fees for passengers traveling through dozens of hubs across the country on December 1st and 2nd, including New York, Boston, and Minneapolis. After parts of the Midwest and Plains saw Black Friday blizzard conditions, parts of the Northeast are forecast to get more than a foot of snow.
Maybe big. Too much snow, yeah.
For millions of Americans, Thanksgiving is over and winter is arriving right on its heels. Chris Pallone, NBC News, Boston.
The auto group AAA says 55 million Americans traveled this Thanksgiving. It's about 1.6 million more people than did so last year.
Well, no weather problems here today, but it's going to get a little bit cooler than we have been seeing.
Absolutely. We're already starting to see temperatures drop. We're in the 40s right now. Overnight, we're looking at a low of 40 degrees. And then Monday, we failed to make it out of the 50s. But look at what we're waking up to on Tuesday, 33 degrees. We start to see temperatures warm up after that. I'll tell you just how warm we get after the break. Welcome back and happy December. This is the first day of meteorological winter, and it's certainly feeling that way. We're sitting at 53 degrees and temperatures are going to continue to fall. Here in Baton Rouge, again, 53, Gonzales a little warmer, 56, New Iberia 52, and really around that 50 to 59 degrees. New Orleans, one of those warmer spots. Overnight temperatures are going to plummet. At 11, we're looking at 47 degrees. Temperatures start to really fall. By 6 a.m., we're at 40 degrees. Very cold start. And 11 a.m., we are barely warmer. We're much warmer. We're at 50 degrees. But we won't really get much warmer than that as we progress throughout the day. Now, we were watching this system here, this cold front move through the area. Before that, we had a cold front bringing in some storms last night, and now we've got a colder air mass behind that front that just passed this evening. So you can see in purple all of these cooler areas. We are 22 degrees cooler than where we were this time last year, and we're going to continue to fall overnight into the morning and into the following morning as well. Now, what we're worried about are what the temperature feels like. So winds are going to shift out of the northeast, and even though we're looking at a low of 40, we could see temperatures feeling like 36, 37 degrees, and then a high of 56, but feeling like the lower 50s. So very cold outside. And when you're sending the kids to school, we're looking at 42 degrees when they're at the bus stop, but it will feel like temperatures in the 30s. So make sure to send them with a warm coat. Then heading home, we're looking at 56 degrees. Could feel like the lower 50s, so maybe just a light sweater necessary. Now, if you think that the 40s are bad, look at what's coming on Tuesday. 33 degrees. Some areas could be at or below freezing, so maybe waking up to some frost in the morning, but we begin to see temperatures rise. 56 waking up on Friday, and then we get a little bit lower as we move throughout the weekend. We'll also see our high temperatures rise. On Tuesday, we're at 61. Wednesday, we're at our average for this time of year of 67. 69 on Thursday. On Friday, we are back in the 70s. Now, the Climate Prediction Center has placed us under a warming trend for the next 6 to 10 days, so those warmer temperatures at the end of the week will continue into the following week. We'll see some rain as well. The first half of the week looks to be dry. May see an isolated storm on Thursday, but we're expecting the bulk of rain Thursday night. Even on Friday, we'll see some more storms, but after that, things look to be dry. Most of Sunday will be dry as well. Maybe some later storms in the afternoon. But tonight, 40 degrees for the low, very chilly outside, clear skies, and a northwest wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour, feeling much colder. Same thing tomorrow, only 56 degrees, so feeling colder, very windy, but full of sunshine. And we've partnered with iHeartRadio Baton Rouge to give you your weather on the go. Now, over the next 7 days, here is what you can expect. Well, we're starting off very chilly. Temperatures in the 50s on Mondays, overnight lows well below average for this time of year, but we start to see temperatures warm up by the middle of the week. Wednesday, we're looking at 67 degrees. We'll see some storms at the end of the week as well. So here is the big picture. Thursday, we're at 69 degrees, a little bit warmer, may see an isolated storm. Then on Friday, we are well above average, back in the 70s, in the 60s on Saturday again, but we start the next week off back in the 70s. So if you're not happy with this cold December start, it is not here to stay.
So don't worry, it's not sticking around.
No.
Just get through it if you don't like it.
We just have to get through it first, and then we'll see the rainbow on the other side.
That's it. A little something for everybody.
Yes.
All right. There we go.
Speaking of not sticking around, there are a few SEC coaching changes, and the regular season comes to a close. We'll tell you who is out next, but LSU's defense making a statement this weekend. Will it push them past or back up to the AP poll? Find out next in sports.
This is Chesa Boucher with your Go Nation report.
The LSU football team certainly had a chip on their shoulder after finding out the College Football Playoff Committee bumped them to number 2 last week, saying Ohio State had a more complete team, that the Tigers were struggling defensively. LSU made a statement Saturday night. Texas A&M entered Tiger Stadium averaging over 400 yards a game, and they left with a mere 169 total yards of offense. The Aggies were only able to convert on 2 of 13 third down attempts, reached the end zone only once, and Kellen Mond was sacked 5 times. After the win, the players wanted it to be known that they heard the committee loud and clear.
When you look Wednesday morning and you see that you're number 2, you wonder why you're number 2 after you're undefeated and been doing good all year. What's the reason for LSU being number 2? And that's what they said. They said that, Ohio State is a complete team. And, when you look at them, they have been a complete team. They're a good team, and they're dominating in their schedule. But for us, we took that as a challenge, that we need to have a complete game and we need to play for 60 minutes. And I feel like we did that today.
The defense and defensive line, we took it personal, just the slap in the face that we get, the disrespect we get worldwide. And like I said, it's too many high caliber players on this defense to be disrespected like that. So we made sure that it was a point of emphasis that opposed our will to make sure people know that we were the better team.
LSU got their message across. The Bayou Bengals are now the number 1 spot after the latest AP poll. Ohio State is number 2. Clemson clocks in at 3. And Georgia rings in at 4, with Utah rounding out the top 5. The Southern Jags top Grambling State 30-28 in the Bayou Classic after trailing 21-3 midway through the second quarter. Southern's offense scored 3 unanswered touchdowns. Now the Jags head back to Norman for another rematch against Alcorn State. But for now, the seniors are happy to walk away with an emotional win in the Bayou Classic.
It just shows that no matter how much we get down, we still have a fighting chance. I mean, down 21-3, anybody else would hang their heads down. We're still on the sidelines talking about we still in it. So it just shows our composure as a team.
I feel like this is the best one. Last year it was pretty good, but I feel like this year we persevered, did a lot through a lot of situations, and I'm just happy, man.
I don't think you know the impact you have as a coach until games of this magnitude. And when those guys can come and they can put their arms around you and say, "I love you, coach," it's bigger than football.
Ole Miss and Matt Luke are parting ways, according to 24/7 Sports. Rebels head coach Matt Luke has been fired coming off a disappointing 21-20 Egg Bowl loss to rival Mississippi State Thanksgiving night. Luke finished with a 15-21 record at Ole Miss and a 4-8 mark in 2019, with only 2 SEC wins this season. The Rebs never finished better than 6th in the SEC West and didn't make a bowl the last 2 seasons under Luke. In the NFL, the New Orleans Saints now find themselves in an interesting spot as they host the San Francisco 49ers next Sunday. Today, Jimmy G and San Fran fell to Baltimore, ending a 2-game winning streak. This means the Saints and 49ers will face off for the number 1 seed in the NFC. As far as home field advantage in the postseason, this will obviously be a huge game for the black and gold. This will be the first game ever played in the Dome in December or later, where teams have combined for a total of 4 losses or less. A big day for some former LSU Tigers. Darius Geis punches his way in for the 1-yard TD. Washington pulls within 2 points late in the second quarter. After a go-ahead field goal, the Redskins keep it going. Geis racked up 129 yards and 2 touchdowns on the day, but he's pushed out of bounds right before the goal line on that play. He gets another opportunity, though, to get into the end zone. Redskins score a season-high 29 points as they outlast Carolina with a final score of 29-21, picking up their 2nd straight win. That's it for sports. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
So if you like roller coasters, I think you're going to like what Jasmine has to say.
Yes, we are definitely on a roller coaster ride with these temperatures. December starting off as you would expect, cold. We're looking at 56 to start off the work week. Overnight, however, we dropped to 33. Some areas could see temperatures at or below freezing, so possibly waking up to some freeze on Tuesday morning. But after that, we start to see temperatures rise. On Thursday, we're at 69. Friday, we're back in the 70s. Maybe we'll see a storm or two. We drop into the 60s on Saturday, but on Sunday, we are back in the 60s, and we'll see temperatures continue to warm up through the rest of that week.
So never a dull moment yet, right? It's all over the place.
No, we are all over the place with this weather, but it's fun.
All right, Jasmine, thanks.
Gotta love the chaos. All right, folks, that'll do it for us tonight, but we're back here at 5 a.m. Kellyanne, Jaron, and Ashley.
Have a great one.